Namaste, Divine Friends. Today we're going to talk about a very special, very powerful pranayama practice. We're going to talk about Agnisara Dhauti. It is a very powerful way of taking the energy from the abdomen and lifting it up into our higher energy centers. If you'd seen the previous video we've done on Plavani and Kapalabhati and Uddiyana Bandha, this one builds on that one. So if you haven't seen that one, go watch that, and then this one will be the follow-up to that. But what Agnisara Dhauti does is we pull in the belly using Uddiyana Bandha, pull it all the way in, and then we alternately distend and retract the navel from the base of the core, really the bladder area, as we extend and pull, and we continually bounce that navel in and out. And we do that up to 36 times. And the goal of this practice is really to lift the energy from the abdomen on up into the higher centers. Physically, just like Uddiyana Bandha, we're trying to stretch, soften, refine, get control of the diaphragm. We're trying to alternately strengthen and relax and release the abdominal muscles. But from an energetic standpoint, we are lifting the energy from the abdomen, all that core energy, up to the higher centers. And there's also another special energy through here, is that the intestines is one of the main sources of both bacteria and stem cells for the body. And we know that the bacteria in the gut affects the brain power. We know gut power and brain power are interrelated, and a brain cloud is caused by a leaky gut. If you have indigestion, digestion issues, it does affect your mental capacity. So by working through all of your lower intestines, the bit large intestines, small intestines, getting those massaged, you get better digestive power. And you also can get waves of the bacteria lifting up into the mental centers. So you get a higher mental power, mental acuity. The other big benefit of Agnisara Dhauti are stem cells. Most of the stem cells in the body come from the bones. They're deep in the bone marrow. And as we age, specifically when you get over 60, the bone marrows stop producing the stem cells. And that is one of the main causes of aging, is a lack of stem cells produced by the bone marrow. But the abdominal cavity, the intestines, still produce stem cells. You can still migrate those. And Agnisara Dhauti is a method of pushing those stem cells on up in through the body, getting them to circulate, and helping to restore some youth, getting some energy back, being able to both combine the wisdom of the years with the power of the youth, so that we have the strength to continue with our pranayama, our meditation practices in through as we age. So it is multiple benefits of those. I'll demonstrate those in a minute. The whole foundation of yoga is built on asana, getting the body strengthened so that we can do the pranayama, so that the pranayama can both strengthen the body and build us up so that we can do pratyahara, we can interiorize. And the interiorization comes from controlling of the prana, controlling of the breath, getting a nice long, slow breath. And the long, slow breath plus the strong physical body. And the control of the prana allows us then to concentrate more. That concentration from all the strength in the abdomen allows us to go into deeper meditations. And then those deeper meditations take us up into the various stages of samadhi. So all these pieces fit together, and they all come into Agnisara Dhauti to give us a slow breath, to give us this the youth and the vigor to be able to do extended seatings, to be able to control the mind and the prana through long, slow, regulated breath. So it's, hopefully you'll try it and hopefully you'll stick with it. And the key to the practice, as I've been doing this for years, is to be able to get up to a large count. If you can do 2, 3, 4, you're like, okay, there's really nothing there. It's kind of boring. I don't see it. I don't quite have the knack. It's not quite clicking. And then you give up because you're not seeing the benefit. But in reality, the benefit of Agnisara Dhauti comes when you can really get to 24, 30, when you can really get to 36 cycles of the practice, it becomes really overwhelming, the amount of power that's in the practice, the amount of energy you feel. And it's going to take a while to work there, and you're not going to do it straight off the bat. The first few are going to be a little awkward. So you have to stick with it. Yeah, in order to do this practice, you really need to do it first thing in the morning when the stomach is empty, the bladder's empty, the bowels are empty. Everything's got to be empty in order for the practice to not be terribly uncomfortable and for it to work. Also, main contraindications are just general all thoracic health. No heart issues, no high blood pressure issues, no glaucoma, yeah. So let's just jump right into it. Let me stand up, find my position, take my shirt off so that you can actually see what's going on. So let me rotate here a little bit. It's best to have your hands on your thighs, takes your weight off your spine and your torso. And once that weight's off, you can sit here in balance. I'll take that arm out of the way. The first step is to do Uddiyana Bandha. And as a quick review, Uddiyana Bandha, you let all the breath out. Lock the throat so you don't inhale, extend the chest, and pull the navel and the diaphragm up into the chest cavity. And then distend the belly and relax. That's your Uddiyana Bandha. By doing that, it stretches it, and do a couple rounds of that just to get the sense of what the Uddiyana Bandha feels like. And then to do the practice, what we're going to do, I'll show you a quick one and then we'll do the whole practice. You let the breath out. Do Uddiyana Bandha. That was 6 cycles of the practice, and unfortunately I can't talk or lead during the practice, but that's what we're looking to do, is let the breath out, pull the belly in, and then distend the belly and pull it back in, all while you're holding your breath. And then distend and pull in, distend and pull in. So if you got a good Uddiyana Bandha, you can get all that belly lifted up out of the way, and then you can stretch and massage the whole large intestine, small intestines, push all that energy on up. So let's do a round of 36 at my normal rhythm. It'll be a little more difficult with my arm out of the way, but I want you all to be able to see what's going on. And that's a good angle. So let's let the breath out. Uddiyana Bandha, and I'll talk to you after 36. Well, that was only 30, but that was a bit for me. Anyways, with the first 6 that warmed me up, I was just getting way overheated, as you can see. Give me a minute. Yeah. First thing in the morning when you first pop up, before you get the video set up and everything, 36 is doable, especially with both hands on the thighs. We'll try 36 again in a couple minutes to see. I catch my breath, but you can see once you get to a certain level, the first 3 or 4 are awkward. You just don't quite have the rhythm. Then you get down to that rhythm and you're like, oh yeah, it's going. And yeah, you think you're getting tired from the breath hold, and it took me a long time to realize, no, it's not that 30-second breath hold that's getting me. It's really the energy. It's really the energy of the practice that's really just pulling everything in and making this such a powerful practice. So then the next step is Nollie. So we'll hopefully do a Nollie video later to show how to do it. A little precursor on that. If you want a hint of Nollie. Nollie is stomach churning. So what you do is Uddiyana Bandha. Pull the belly in. And then you can alternately move the belly right and left, right and left. Let's try a front view. That's a little hint of Nollie. There's a technique and a trick, and of course there's always tricks in getting it done. But just to give you a little more of a motivation to stick with Agnisara Dhauti, and knowing that once you got it down, Nollie is the next step. So let's try one more time, getting 36 cycles of Agnisara Dhauti. I'll see if I can knock out all 36. I will have to go inside in order to do that and not speak for a few seconds. And there it goes. That was the practice. 36 Agnisara Dhauti in one cycle. And you can see how energizing, how tiring, how much work, how much power there is in doing all that. So, hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you're inspired. Hope you can jump in and stick with this practice, because it will take you to even more deeper pranayamas that you will really be surprised. So thank you so much for joining me. All the best. Thank you. Namaste.